the Tyler City Council has approved the allocation of more than $1 million in funding from a federal grant program towards the betterment of low-income areas. Lauren Tier reports the money will be spent largely on beautification and housing for low to moderate income communities.
Approved funding will cover several city improvement projects, especially in lower income areas. Community Development Manager for Neighborhood Development Services Larry Everett says Tyler is an entitlement city. This means the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, provides grant money annually.
We guaranteed funding each year to be able to address the low to moderate citizens and also the low to moderate income neighborhoods where we can look to revitalize those areas.
Part of Everett's job is to create a proposal to put before City Council for where that money will be allocated.
We have to break it down internally in terms of how we're going to utilize those funds in the various areas like either demolition, revitalization, remodeling, or construction.
In today's City Council meeting, Everett presented the accomplishments of the Neighborhood Development Services over the past year.
We talked about the park renovations that we've done. We spent quite a bit of funding in those areas to bring those up to speed. And we have built some single-family homes that we're going to provide to our citizens. We own those homes and we'll sell them at a reduced price in order to help people get into those homes.
For the 2023-2024 fiscal year, they plan to build 4 additional homes, improve another public park, partner with local agencies to provide shelter for the homeless, and assist at least 10 low-income families with down payments on homes.
Our funding is limited. We cannot exactly help everyone, but we can help a significant amount of people.
Lauren Tier, KLTV 7 News.
Of the approved $1.14 million sum, $750,000 is slated to go towards community development, almost $400,000 towards the home grant program.